Testing, testing. All right, I'm back with another video. Hope you guys had a good day today. Today, I want to talk about how the smaller your circle gets, the more successful you'll become. The more people that you have in your life, you're maintaining more relationships. I look at each relationship almost like walking over an eggshell, right? The more relationships you have, the more eggshells you're walking over because I don't think people talk enough about the mental exhaustion that comes with maintaining relationships and being around certain people, especially at a younger age where you're trying to fit in and you're trying to look cool or be up to date with the newest fashion or newest lingo or whatever's going on in your world at that time, because you care about what other people think, which is one of the greatest things you could overcome in this life. Nobody's going to the grave with you, so who even gives a damn what people think about you? They didn't come into this world with you, and they won't be leaving with you either way. And most importantly, if you was in a tough position in your life, they ain't coming to pay your bills. So who really gives a damn about what anybody else has to say in this life? Maybe except your parents because they raised you. But besides the fact, the less people you have in your life, the less distractions you have. If you're trying to lock in and you're trying to just put in some work and you got some goals on the table that you're trying to reach, and people are asking you to come outside every 2 days and let's go party. And then you're doing the same shit at every party every weekend. You're just sitting in the corner. You might drink a little. You might talk to a couple people. And music is playing loud. You can't hear anybody to have any genuine conversations over the music. Might have a good outfit on. You might feel fly. That's cool. And then you do it over and over again every single week, and it's like you're taking away from your potential. You're taking away from the grind. You're taking away from getting to where you want to be in life 10, 20 years from now. It does take sacrifices to get there. I'm not saying don't go out and kick it, but the less people you have, the more locked in you become. And most importantly, when you're hanging around certain people, it comes with problems. Now, fortunate enough for me, I'm never going to lie on this camera. I kind of separated myself earlier than later compared to other people. And a lot of other people's friendship groups, I guess we'll call it, come with so many problems. When I go out and hang with people, or just I might chill with a friend of a friend, I always hear stories about how one person is upset with the other because the other person did this. I don't have time for that at all. I just like to kick it by myself. I got one or two friends I might hang with here and there, and then I might call a couple other on the phone here and there. We have good, great conversations. But the people in my life bring me nothing but peace. But it wasn't always like that. I used to have a large friend group of a bunch of people, probably like a lot of you guys do watching this now, and some of it came with problems because it's like you got to keep that person happy, but you didn't do this with them, and you went and hung out with them instead that day. So now they feel some type of way. So now that relationship is on ice, and then you got to manage this relationship. They tried to call you outside to go party or chill or whatever, and you didn't want to join them that day because you had stuff to do, and now they're upset with you, and then you just fixed that relationship, and now over there's a problem. Now these two friends are fighting. You're trying to play the middleman. It's always something. It's like one big storyline. It's like one big TV show, season one, season two, season three. But you got to put all that bullshit to the side. You got to put yourself first in this life. And at the end of the day, most of your friends that you have now, once again, especially if you're younger, they probably won't be there 5 to 10 years from now. I think Ooch had a video on this as well. The people you start with is not the people you'll finish with, and that doesn't have anything to do with business. That just has to do with life in general. Even had a conversation with my brother on that, who's older than me, who's just like, the people you think are your friends now, or even if they really are your friends, some people just ease out of your life, but they won't be there forever for the most part. Now you might have one or two best friends that should might be there for your whole entire life, if that. But if we're being honest, most of the people's opinions that you care about will not even be here at the end of your life, bro. They won't even be here by the middle of your life, most likely. Especially when you get a family and kids. If you want that, you'll probably have to put more attention towards that. And then maintaining a family, you'll have to be on your grind, working, whatever you got going on. You won't even be able to talk to people as much as you used to, even though genuine conversations that you had with the genuine people. But at the end of the day, I'm really just trying to tie this all back into the less people you have around you, the less energy could be drained from you. How could you get drained with nobody around you? Really think about that. If there's nobody there to drain your energy, then you're just somehow draining your own energy. which just, that just might come back to mental health. And I know people say don't spend too much time alone. I love time alone, but everybody is different. So don't be like me. You know what I mean? If you got to spend time around people here and there, there's nothing wrong with that. But just the more people you have in your life, the more people you have to reply to and reach out to and manage relationships with and keep them happy. And it's going to drain you at the end of the day. And I think it's normalized to the point where you might not even realize you're drained from it until you really sit down and think, like, I'm tired of all of this shit. You start to find more peace just hanging with yourself. And when you get to that point, it's kind of like you realize, like, I should have been doing this a long time ago. The smaller your circle, the more time you really have to lock in, the more time you have to think, and the more time you just have to pay attention to yourself and what you really want and what you really want to do without anybody forcing you or pulling you left and right to go do things that you really don't want to do, but you want to keep them happy. At the end of the day, it's your life. You're the only person that really matters. And make sure you live it how you want to live it, because you will regret it if you try to live for other people who I promise you will not be here years from now. So, just put your mind to rest a little bit. Spend some time with yourself if you got to. Kick it with the people who like kicking it with you, who bring you peace, who don't drain your energy but give you more energy. Keep those people around, but make sure you're slicing the dead weight where you have to.